do I think that we're heading towards a recession? Eventually.
What is your favorite way to budget?
I do it a different way. You can't give up.
Welcome to Dvorkin on Debt, where we decode money, debt, budgeting, and the truth about living financially well in a not-so-forgiving economy. According to Debt.com's latest annual budgeting survey, a record 69% of Americans are now living paycheck to paycheck, and that's the highest level in 4 years. And while most people are still budgeting, for the first time in this survey's history, that number is starting to slip. Why do you think that is?
People are really struggling with the economy, the high prices, and it is concerning. You can't give up. This is the time when those tools, those skills that you learn to budget on come really into play, because you have to focus back on making every dollar meaningful, because they're almost throwing up their arms and saying, I give up. Well, now's not the time to give up. Now the time is to double down.
Keep going, keep going. So does budgeting still help, or are people just going through the motions?
I think people are, to a certain extent, going through the motions, but you have to embrace budgeting, because over the long term, you're going to be far better off. I do believe that budgeting is relevant and budgeting is necessary. And certainly in tougher times, we turn around and we must even budget more to a certain extent in order to get through the tougher times.
Okay. So could this data be signaling something bigger, like a recession?
You know, it's very interesting, because I've been saying we've been in a sleeper recession for the last year. I do believe that we are heading into a recession because, as I've said many times on this program, trees don't grow to the sky. They just don't. And eventually our economy, although it's going up, can't keep going up. It has to go down, down, down and reset, and then it'll go up, up, up. That being said, do I think that we're heading towards a recession? Eventually. It's interesting. I've had people that work for our companies for 30 years. And sadly enough, they did not do what was necessary to retire. So we're having them having to work for many, many decades. And you know, yesterday I had a gal finally retire, and it was kind of sad to see her go, but she's 85 years old. And we needed, you know, she needed to retire.
85?
Yeah, 85. And she's a nice lady and did her best, but she's just tired.
Of course.
But she worked because she had to work. She didn't work because she wanted to work.
So speaking of budgeting, what is your favorite way to budget?
I do it a different way.
What does that mean?
I ask myself every time I'm ready to buy something, do I really need this?
I ask myself that too.
And you know what? If
usually the answer is yes.
And that is why we're in business. The thing that you need to do is constantly build a budget and stick to it. And if there's deviations, go back at the end of the month and figure out what those deviations are. And certainly if it's you're shopping for presents for people, go in, get what you want, and leave. Or if you're online, don't look around. Know what you want, go hunt it down, get the best price, buy it, and jump out of that site as quick as you can.
As quickly as possible before you look at any of the things.
Exactly.
That's usually what I have to do in the stores.
It's very tempting.
You know, that last aisle where they have all the little minis?
Well,
that aisle gets me, Howard. I can't.
Are we talking the mini bottles
mini
of booze?
Anything. If it's mini anything, I want it. Do I need it? Is it in my budget? No. Can I splurge a little on it? Okay, you know. So last question. Do you think that the best form of budgeting is changing with the times, generations, or do you think that there's still one solid form of having a budget that's better than the rest?
Part of budgeting is the psychology of budgeting. just the process of thinking about your finances at least once a month, maybe twice a month, is a great thing and it's a powerful thing. Not thinking about your finances, not budgeting, is a problematic thing that will put you into the hole. Carrying debt, figure out, okay, I've got debt. What do I need to do to resolve this debt so I'm not having this problem a year from now or 5 years from now? But you have to get your arms around the spending. And that's where it starts. It starts at your kitchen table, sitting down, understanding your finances, and doing the right thing on how to eliminate your outstanding debt and making every dollar work for you.
Budgeting still matters. In fact, for most Americans, it's the only thing keeping debt at bay. Thanks for joining us on Dvorkin on Debt. And if you're overwhelmed by your own money challenges, visit Debt.com. You'll find tools and solutions because when life happens, Debt.com can help.